may come as a surprise to learn of my demise.
What's up, everybody? This is Indie Music Live, episode 241, and I'm still JoJo Key, sitting here with David Granny Panty Werba as usual. Werba's, I've been teaching for like 5 hours straight, and I had laryngitis for like over a week last week. Can you believe that? I did not have a voice whatsoever, and it was so frustrating trying to like order shit from places, you know, when it's like loud, and they're like, "Can you speak up? I can't hear you." I'm like, "No, I can't." Probably my fault for trying to go through the drive-through, but you know, whatever. Yeah. Dave, what's up, man? You look a little thin. Are you?
Yeah, I've lost like 20 pounds. Man.
Oh, you have? I was just joking. I really didn't notice.
No, it was getting out of control, man. It's like my face was just getting all puffy, and yeah, it was time to get healthy.
Yeah, I was just thinking the other day about how you used to be like Mr. Vape. Remember that?
Yeah, vape. I was like, actually watching.
Provided your own fog machine for the show.
Fog machine. I was blowing it through my nose. Yeah, I remember that one.
That was like 200 episodes ago or so.
Yeah.
So tonight we got a great show. It's not live, but that's okay. We're going to pretend it's live. We have the Mood Kings as featured artists tonight, and we've been trying to have this band on for like 5 years now. So they've almost been on a couple of times, and it never quite worked out. But they come out with a song every so often, or an album or something, and they're here tonight. We also have Big Greg with his new release he's going to be telling us about. Past featured artist and from the Carolinas, if I remember right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, cool. So we're going to get started, though, with the first track of the night. This is a review that's coming up on the website very, very soon. It's in the queue, and it's almost done. This is the Nobody Project with their song Roads. We'll be right back.
I love roads, the goddesses that dwell far along invisible are my favorite gods. Roads go on while we forget and are forgotten like a star that shoots and is gone. On this earth it is short. We men have not made anything that doth fade. So soon. So long endure. A young road wet with rain. In the sun would not gleam like a winding stream if we trod it not again. They are lonely while we sleep, lonelier for lack of the traveler who is now a dream only. From dawn to twilight, and all the clouds like sheep on the mountains of sleep, they went into the night. The next turn may reveal heaven upon the crest, a close pine clump at rest, and black may hell conceal, often footsore, never, yet of the road die weary.
That was Nobody Project with the song Roads, and new review on the website coming up soon. That's a very interesting song, David. I know you have a lot to say about it. This is one of those songs you might want to just kind of put in the background. You're probably not going to grab onto the melody too much on this one. It's not really one you're going to be singing along to, I don't think, but it's more of a soundscape, I think. I don't know. What do you think?
No, I agree, Joe. One of those rare times where you said very close to what I was about to say. Yeah, I mean, it's like, you know, abstract art, this one right here. Listen to it. It's got some interesting pieces with the vocal effects kind of, you know, running through this like robotic, you know, filter or something. Pretty basic beat going on. You know, it's got kind of a trancey vibe and everything. But yeah, it's hard to just kind of like, you know, get the toes tapping or something when you're listening. It's just kind of like, okay, you know, it was kind of interesting, kind of cool. it's hard to give advice on a song like this because it's, all I can say is like when I listen to music, I like to try and find some type of a vibe in there that makes me want to come back and listen again. And this was it was just different, unique, you know.
Yeah, not the most groove tune, I guess. You know, not a whole lot to grab onto, but cool for atmosphere, that's for sure.
Yeah, it was.
Cool. So this is part of the night where, as always, where we bring in the featured artists of the night. And, you know, I don't remember where these guys are from. Where are you guys from?
Mark.
North Carolina. We're all over. Actually, was talking to David about that beforehand. We span the state. We got Herman in Lumberton, North Carolina. I'm in Boone, North Carolina, and our bass player and other singer Joey is in Charlotte. So we literally span the state.
Ah, interesting. We got Big Rage in Charlotte too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. That worked out well. We go from having shows that are like international to where like everybody's from different parts of the world to shows where everybody's in North Carolina. It's weird, but
yeah, I thought you did that on purpose, Joe. Man, that was.
So for some reason I thought you guys were more Midwest, but that's beside the point. So so this is the time where I like let the featured artist kind of give your garbage spiel or your elevator pitch about you know who you are. And I didn't mean to say garbage spiel. That's weird. Elevator pitch is what I really meant to say. But about, you know, who the band is, what you guys doing. You got a new song, new album or something like that, right? New project. And then we'll check out Dust and Bone. I snipped it to the song because there's a lot of kind of movie stuff going on. But why don't you tell us just briefly about that? We'll check it out and come back, get deeper with Dave.
Yeah, the song Dust and Bone. You know, I was really affected by the suicides of both Chris Cornell and Chester Bennington, and it just reminded me that no matter how well you think you know somebody, you really don't. And what sprung out of that was just this tune, and it's not explicitly about that. It's just inspired by those events, and we all wear masks even around the people we're closest to, and it's one of those songs where we're mysteries even to ourselves, I guess you could say. At the end of it all, we all go back to where we came from, or going back to dust, and there's some other stuff in there too, but that's the thrust behind the song.
Cool. All right.
It's a happy, upbeat song.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, cool. So we'll take a listen to the Mood Kings, Dust and Bone, finally on the show after all these years, and we'll be right back. Get deeper with Dave.
I wonder if you'll read these words out loud alone or in a crowd without making a sound. It may come as a surprise to learn of my demise, but you never were that wise. Or was it my disguise? Saying goodbye for the last time, but you shouldn't feel alone when we all die for the first time. We go back to dust and bone. She's sweeping up the floor while he's dusting up the shelves. Is this our true selves? Will they buy it if we sell? Headlights in the drive, quick put on your mask. If it's not too much to ask, how much longer will this last? Saying goodbye for the last time, not staying here, I'm going home. When we all die for the first time, we go back to dust and bone. Dust and bone. Saying goodbye for the last time.
All right, so we're back with the Mood Kings. All right, I wanted to tell you guys what kind of jumped out to me first. I don't know why, but it was, well, maybe I could explain why. I was like, I really love that bass line. It's it's unfortunate that your bassist is not here right now. Very clean sound. The entire recording was very clean, but that bass kind of jumped out to me. Very, very simple, but powerful. And then the other influences I heard, there's kind of like trace elements of a few bands that came to mind. One of them was Mark Knopfler, just for vocals. There's definitely a lot of 80s like traces that I hear in this stuff. I heard some Elvis Costello, just in terms somewhat with the style and also with the vocals as well. And then a little Heartbreakers, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, just with the yeah yeahs in the background that they were phenomenal at. That was just kind of their signature style and just kind of all blended. So those influences, I mean, are any of those conscious to you guys, or have you heard that before?
I don't think we're conscious most of the time, but
Mhm, good
but
answer.
we've heard those comparisons before, and I mean they're very, very flattering. We love all those bands, and we've heard Smithereens as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean I take those as just tremendous compliments. But as far as those being actual hard influences on us, I don't think so. Maybe Petty. But the other bands, I love Elvis Costello, but I think I know one or two songs at the most. But I think we just we always try to focus on having a catchy tune, even if it's about something depressing. And we love, I mean, this might go back to the 80s, our 80s roots. We loved hooks, and we, that anything that you might have a grungy, heavy song, but if it had a hook, that's what we really gravitated towards. And so even though this is sort of dark material, with Joey and I's vocals, we just try to bring that out where it's a little bit poppy, and the harmonies kind of hit you. And Joey's just got such a great knack, such a great gift.
Is that
the
Joey that's
background.
doing the backups? Is that all
Yeah,
him or both
yeah.
you guys?
No, that's all Joey.
All him. Got it.
Mhm.
Nice. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't mean to leave you out, Mark. Great drumming as well.
Oh yeah. Well, it's funny, David, about talking about it being sort of clean and just compact and clean sounding. But when we were writing this song, we were here in Boone. This is where when we get together in person, this is where we make it happen, and we have a rehearsal space here. And we were working on the song, and Joey and I were trying to, Herman had brought in, a majority of the skeleton of the song, and we were trying to find out what the drums and the bass were going to be. And every time we try to deviate off of this really simple pattern that we found, every time we tried to do something more complex or trickier or something, it really detracted from the song. So we kept feeling like, well, are we really earning our keep on this song or not? Because we're just really nailing down that that kind of hook and that bass, that backbeat. But that's what the song needed, because it needed to stay stark. We, like Herman said, we really are about hooks, and we're about getting to the chorus and not boring us, and making sure that there's a big singable chorus in our songs. So we just try to keep it simple with what we were doing and let the lyrics and the melody speak for itself.
Got it. So touching on some points you were mentioned before the show, the longtime friends going back to early teenage years. And but you also said you kind of had some breaks in between. You guys have done different projects, but I remember something you said about just a unique process of writing, because you're all in different parts of the states. You said at certain points you get together and obviously play live and record and everything, but what's your process of writing being in different areas?
Yeah, well, we've really kind of refined that over the years. We've been together since 2014, so it's been a while now. And so for us, it's always kind of been about maximizing the use of technology, things like using Dropbox to put in songs and skeletons and guitar parts, and using Zoom. We're using Zoom a lot to get together and have writing sessions that way. And really, sometimes it's as simple as we have a text stream that we use between the three of us. And this text stream goes back 8 years now, and it's full of nonsense. Trust me, it's full of nonsense because we also talk about our day and our ideas and all of that in our lives. But it also contains lyrics and guitar parts and all kinds of things happening there. So what we end up doing is really constructing a song lyrically and musically through Dropbox, Zoom, and texting, and getting that to a specific place. And then we schedule in-person rehearsals where everyone comes up here to Boone, here to the beautiful mountains in North Carolina. And we get up here and we just lock ourselves into this rehearsal space for 2 or 3 days until, that song or a couple of songs get done. And then we book studio time and go in and start recording.
All right. If you guys are jamming on Zoom, how do you avoid like the lag time if you guys are kind of playing on a call or something?
Well, we don't play together as a band on Zoom because of the lag time. We haven't figured out a really good solution to the latency issue. So what we just do is Herman will have his guitar, he'll play, and we really are, the three of us are really songwriters first and foremost, I think. So if we can get a song to sound the way we want it to sound on acoustic and vocals, then we start layering in the rest of the instruments. It has to be good at its most foundational piece, though.
Yeah. Herman, was there something you wanted to add?
I just agree with him.
Yeah.
That's unusual. So get that on. We got that on tape. So.
All right, cool. So, I guess, the past couple of years, I mean, I hate having to touch on this, but just kind of brushing across how bands have dealt with the past year and a half, with pandemic stuff and how it's kind of altered their approach. I know a lot of bands, like obviously they stopped playing live for a year. They're doing a lot of live streaming and just being creative with digital media. What was kind of your guys' approach to that?
Yeah, well, we unfortunately, we just canceled a major show that we had scheduled for actually our hometown. We were going to be hometown heroes coming back to Lumberton to do this big show in the Civic Center that they have there, a small Civic Center. And it was going to be a big night, and it was going to be in October. But we just ended up having to postpone it until next year because of the COVID situation. And so, through the past year and a half, we've turned down a lot of live stuff that we could have done. We've just decided that it's not, prudent for us to do that. We, really believe in public health measures. And so we didn't want to contribute to anything that was going to put people at risk. But what we were able to do with that is that with this song, Dust and Bone, we decided in our previous album that we had out in 2018, which you guys reviewed 2 or 3 of the singles off of there, but we had lyric videos that were sort of locally sourced by us, and we put together just to have a visual component to the sound. But with Dust and Bones, we decided we had the time and the energy and the resources to go ahead and finally bring in a professional production company to do a live, real video with a storyline and the whole thing. And we shot that over the summer for 3 days. We were out in the woods and the swamps of a cabin doing this video. And so we knew that was sort of taking us up to the next level with the music and with the song. And this song was so visual in its lyrical content that we wanted to be able to have something interesting to be able to pair that with. And we've been working with a company out of New Jersey who's taken that video and been marketing it for us and getting it out to all these different places. And it's been doing really well for us. We've got
so there are some positive things that come out of the situation. Maybe you wouldn't have done it that way, right? Maybe you wouldn't have
probably not. We probably would have been playing in some club somewhere. Yeah.
But anyway. All right. So the website, themoodkings.com. I encourage you guys to go check that out. Look at some pictures, bio, video, all that good stuff. How about social media channels? Are you guys active on any?
Absolutely. Yeah. We have Facebook and Instagram, and we also really encourage people to go to YouTube and just type in The Mood Kings and go to our channel on YouTube and subscribe to that. All our videos from previous album are on there and our new videos on there. And actually now we have a TikTok, believe it or not.
Oh,
we
boy.
have a TikTok account. Yeah, we're jumping in, man. We're jumping in. So you can go to TikTok. Type in
Awesome.
the Mood Kings anywhere like that, and you'll find it. And all of the streaming services, if you want to hear the new song or any of the old stuff, you can go to Spotify and, Pandora, all that good stuff. And wherever you find your music on streaming, Apple Music, and type in the Mood Kings.
All right, Herman, I'm going to give you the opportunity of the final word here.
I keep pushing MySpace, but it just isn't taking off for some reason. Maybe one day. We really
All right.
appreciate the opportunity to be on here, man. It's awesome. Thanks for what you guys are doing. Yeah, maybe we'll meet in person one day. This is
Yeah,
so
I'm
cool.
proud to have you guys here for sure, man. All right, we're gonna get back and meet with Big Greg after this break right here. All right, thank you.
Yeah. So just like Dave said, we have Big Greg back. He's supposed to be back a couple weeks ago, but he had some sort of family emergency. Hopefully everything's okay. But he's back because I know he wouldn't just stand us up for no reason. So
No,
it's only when people stand us up for no reason is when I'm like, yeah, I'm not
Big
gonna.
Greg doesn't do that.
Oh, hell no, I got a new, kind of new. He's one now, but he's still a newborn in a way he doesn't sleep at night. So
Got it.
yeah, it's rough.
So you have a new song out, new project that you've been bugging us about, and now we're here to let you talk about it. So, but we invited you back for that kind of stuff. So here we are.
Thank you,
So
bro.
G4, that's the song. Let's do. What's the project that you got out now?
I got the album is called G4, and
Okay.
The song, first song on the album is called G4 as well. So
Okay.
it's just it's kind of like a different type of song for me because typically my songs, just like the Mood King said, they're working on singles right now because it's just easier to move that one song and get some notoriety that way. So I usually do singles, and all my songs kind of sound like singles and like radio ready, like ready to be played on the radio. But with G4, I was able to take some time because it was a part of a big project and actually talk about me, you know what I mean? And talk about some experiences I went through and some like serious things. And I actually performed this song for the first time this past weekend. And I had Chelsea Locklear. If you don't know her, I'm telling you, get her
Oh, is
on
that the
this
female
show.
vocals?
I'm telling you, bro, her voice is unbelievable. Chelsea Locklear, and she's a good friend of mine. She sings like lead singer at churches and stuff like that. And that's how I met her. I played drums for her, and she came and blessed my project. It was a blessing, man. It came out wonderful. That song is beautiful, man. It's beautiful.
Sweet. So let's go ahead and check it out. We'll be right back.
This spot's trying to weigh me down. Yeah, gotta keep my feet off the ground. But these dreams were made to soar. Oh, something like a G4, a G4, a G4. Staying fly just like a G4, a G4, a G4. Yeah. A G4, a G4, a G4. Fly just like a G4, a G4, a G4.
Wow, I like the way she sang that. Now I'ma take it way back. I told her bring the ring back. Now I hate to even say that now, but that's what it is. Now it's just me and my kids, just trying to live, y'all. We just trying to live. Hope you don't feel what I feel. Cold, I'ma take it back to high school, yeah. Trying to go to college. Can't believe they told me not to, yeah. Man, they told me I ain't got it, cool. See, I can go to work, couple $100 make it work. My mama said no, son, that ain't gonna work. And they ain't understanding what you work. And I was like, cool, damn. She signed me up for school, and I ain't even know what she was doing. Hey, that was kinda smooth, mama, that was kinda smooth. I ain't even know what you was doing. Then a couple days later.
All right, so I'm gonna share some thoughts on the song Big Greg. Stripped down, man. Very nice, very clean. You got the acoustic. You start with the female vocals, beautiful voice, just like you said. I'm curious of the storyline here because let me tell you what I thought. Tell me if I'm wrong. Was that, you know, she's kind of singing about maybe this unattainable relationship or something. It's like she wants to be on a jet flying in the relationship and you're wanting to stay grounded. You know, she's talking about G4s. You're talking about how you were raised and, you know, family life and stuff like that. Am I getting close here or what?
Bro, you're a little bit too deep. That is like, it could be that, I guess, if we want to get deep in my life, but no, it was close. No, I mean, G4, my name is Greg, and this is like one of my 4th projects. And this is like the official project on all streaming platforms and stuff. My other projects were like mixtapes. So I didn't want to discredit those projects. So I called this the 4th. So this is G4, but I'm also kind of like a fly type of guy. And a G4 is like a jet plane. So that's the whole concept behind G4. The whole album that song is just talking about, you know, how my guidance counselor pulled me aside and told me my grades were too bad to go to college. And so she told me that I shouldn't go to college. And I was like, oh, my dad owns a business. She was like, yeah, go do that. You know, you can't, you know, your grades aren't good enough to go to college. So that kind of hurt me like really bad because everybody thought they're supposed to go to college back then. And my mom told me, no, that's not how it works. You know, you can do it. And my mom kind of actually signed me up. I didn't even know. And I got into college and graduated and awesome. So that was one of the stories. Another story is like a girl I was dating, and you know, just a lot of personal stuff that I usually don't talk about because I'm usually making like a song for a radio.
But people want to know this, man. The fans.
I know, and I put it first, right on the album, so it works. It works out. It works out.
All right, man. Awesome. Final word, Joe.
Cool. So Big Greg, thanks for hanging out, man. Love having you back. Anytime. Same thing for the Mood Kings. Mood Kings, we like to have featured artists back. When you guys come out with a new tune, you just got to let us know and get it booked and all that stuff. This has been episode 241. Rob Hicks Video. He's traveling right now, so he's going to make us look good and post the video sometime in the next 24 hours. And it'll be on SoundCloud and iTunes and YouTube and Facebook, I guess. I don't know. And then we're also on Spotify now, just so you know. You can go and search in the Spotify podcasts, and we're right there. So, yeah. Any final words, David?
No, I mean,
are you gonna make fun of my mic again? You're gonna make me cry?
No. I've been noticing you're reposting a bunch of the old videos from the show as clips. You know, just like 5.
Yeah, I haven't done that in the last couple of months, but I was on a roll there. It's still in progress. I just kind of stopped because I just do a bunch of other stuff, and it takes a lot of time. But
it's cool.
It's been cool. Yeah. So yeah,
it's
more of that's
coming journey going through all of them. It feels like it's like 30-year journey, but it's only 5 years.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay. All right, so we'll be back sometime. I got another show planned another week or two, and we have, I think it's Aaron Colburn who's the featured artist. And until then, wear your mask.
Peace out.
Peace out.